Hello everybody, this is Good Game Review. Raheem back here again, and I'll say a lot better than last week. A lot better than last week. The offense. Let's get into the first thing. The offense. Huge turnaround from last game. Converted a lot more on third downs, which is great. O-line. Yes. O-line. I was looking at the last game against the Lions. A lot of gaps in that O-line. Not a lot of room for the running back to run last week, but a major improvement. Trent Brown, he had one block on the side that allowed Sony Michel to cut around the left. O-line did his job, man. O-line did his job. The running game, as you know, the O-line doing his job this week was a lot better. Sony Michel put up 116 yards, got him a score late in the game. James White also got him a nice rushing TD, 22 yards. James White also had a receiving touchdown. And let me just say that the receiving game, I said once they implemented Josh Gordon into this offense, it was going to be a different look. I didn't say he was going to play a big part. I said once they implemented him into the offense, it was going to be a totally different look. Because they didn't have to just worry about Gronk. They had to worry about one more guy. And by them focusing on that one guy, opened up a lot of stuff down the field. O-line played a major part, though. I won't take this away from the O-line, because the O-line did extremely well, a lot better than they did last week. They protected Brady. He didn't get knocked down a lot. They helped in the run game. And when you give Brady time, he'll be able to get people down the field, or on slants or wherever he's throwing. If you give him time, he'll get it. One thing I would like to point out as far as the offense goes, not sure what they're gonna do about Rob Gronkowski. I know he went out earlier with the ankle injury. Not sure how serious it is, but he did go out. This was later on in the game with the ankle injury. He seemed to be all right. He seemed to walk off a little bit on his, not too much on his own, but he didn't seem too hobbled with it. So hopefully it's nothing serious and he'll be back by next week to help out with the Colts. Defense. Job well done. Job well done. I mean, what more could you ask for? They pretty much, minus the score late in the game by Frank Gore, pretty much the perfect game. Forced 5 straight punts at the beginning of the game. Huge difference from the last 2 weeks. Huge difference. Secondary, no problems there. I saw that they had Jason McCourty in most of the game. Subbed him out, had J.C. Jackson in there. J.C. Jackson got him an interception. Nice interception. I had a feeling that they were going to place him in the game. I didn't know how long he was going to play, but glad he finally got to show what he could do in a regular season game. I mean, we seen what he did in the preseason, but I mean, you can only take so much from that. But I'm glad he had, his little moment right there. He'll probably get in the game a lot more, depending on how they want to work that out with Jason McCourty and J.C. Jackson and maybe even Keon Crossan however they figure that out. Pressure on the QB a lot better. Didn't get a whole lot of sacks. Wasn't like the 3-sack game we had against Houston, but pressure was definitely there, and it was pretty much thanks to having Trey Flowers back, which was a piece that we was really missing last week, and he was able to get in the grill of the offense a lot. Adam Butler, he had a nice sack due to the pressure that Adrian Claiborne put on Ryan Tannehill, but Adam Butler was able to come in with the nice sack. He also went out of the game, a leg injury, so not sure how serious it is. He was on the ground for a while, and Bill Belichick went out there to check on him, so it looked pretty serious. If I'm guessing, he's probably out for maybe a week or two, maybe a few weeks. Like just looking at how it was looking, but no carts. One positive it was no carts had to be brought out for any of the players. So as long as we can stay away from the dreaded cart situation, that's great. Another player who also went out on defense, Landon Roberts. Now he was on the ground for a while. But he got up and he kind of was assisted with two other people assisting him to the sideline. It looked a little bit slow, a little bit gimpy, but also no cart, made it to the sideline. So that information will be brought to everybody who wants to know about the injury report, maybe later on this afternoon or this evening or tomorrow. So as of now, nothing's really been put out. So as far as grades go, offense, I had to give the offense an A. Well, B plus, because Brady did throw the 2 interceptions, and even though he did get pressured, wasn't really the best decision he could have made with those throws. So B plus, but all around the offense was great. They put up points, ran the ball nicely. Offensive line did a great job. Defense, I'll give the defense an A. Big turnaround from last week. And that does have to do with some starters coming back. Trey Flowers came back. Patrick Chung was back in there, so that had something to do with it. So you had some of your main starters back, applying pressure, keeping them out, forcing those 3rd and longs. Did a great job. Special teams, B. I mean, they didn't really allow any big returns for most of the game. Ryan Allen made some nice punts. Not too much to look at right there, but they did their job for the most part, so it was a nice showing for them. And if there's one more other thing that I could touch on, it would probably be how they are going to go into next week. As far as the offensive personnel goes. So when Julian Edelman comes back for the Indianapolis Colts game Thursday, going to watch and see who exactly is going to remain in that starting lineup and who's going to be taken out. And I'm thinking it's between Cordero Patterson and Philip Dorsett. So, not sure how healthy Josh Gordon is. They're obviously gonna ease him into the offense. I know this game, this was his debut, but I mean he wasn't out there most of the time. He was pretty limited during the game with 2 catches. Nice catches, but still not a lot of playing time out there. So they're easing him into the offense. So it's between those 3. Somebody's gonna pretty much be sitting on the bench once Julian Edelman comes back into the fold. And as far as those possible injuries, still keep your eye out on those. The one that concerns me the most would be the Adam Butler one or the Landon Roberts. Gronk, I don't think that injury is too serious. I think he just kind of tweaked it a little bit, and he's probably not going to practice Wednesday, but he'll pretty much be limited like he's been for most of this time. Landon Roberts, we a little thin at linebacker as it is. We already had Juwan Bentley placed on IR, so he won't be back at least until week 12. So we only have Dante Hightower and the new guy, John Simon. I'm trying to say his name right. As far as linebacker depth, and Van Noy, of course. So we're a little thin at linebacker. So keep your eye on that. Adam Butler, nice, third down guy you want to have on the defensive line. Great D tackle, especially when it comes to the passing game and those third and longs. Great to have him out there. So hopefully not too serious and we can get him back out there. Well, this has been Good Game Reviews. Rakeem signing off.